Hi, this is the video for Monday, October the 19th for 12th grade English. Specifically, this is the video explaining your final project for our first unit. This is the In Your Own Backyard investigation. So watch this video to learn a little bit about that assignment if you were in class. Here are the slides for the week. We talked about some of the investigations we've already done. We looked at the video games argument for our sample to see what that might look like in the context of this research project, and then I described the assignment. You'll see that we still have stems every day, and the stem today is people research things that matter to them. So before, after, if statements to figure out what you would say about this statement. We're going to keep up our STEM practice throughout the research project because it's a different kind of practice. It's writing practice versus the reading practice of your research project. So let's look through the slides and then we'll move into the assignment. This is week 7, and the objective of today and really this whole week is to help you come up with a topic that you're going to investigate on your own. So here's the inspiration for the investigation project. We want to know what these 9 weeks are about. How can you form an opinion after collecting evidence? We have a series of sample questions we keep coming back to, and now it is your turn to find a topic in your own backyard to investigate and then form an opinion about after you've collected your evidence. We'll say again and again, choose something meaningful and relevant to your life. Immediately matters and you need an answer. Here's what we've done, just to get you thinking. All of the weeks that we've been in class with you, we've covered a series of different topics that were meant to get you thinking in different directions about investigations. And lastly here in week 7, we open it up to you. But really, the world is your oyster. We did an initial topic brainstorm and came up with a bunch of ideas in class, and those are all linked that you can take a look at in a moment here. But we're going to move into the assignment info. So I'm going to read through it, basically, and you have this as well. It's all linked and available to you. The project is due for our classes on Wednesday, November the 4th by 9 a.m. That's about 2.5 weeks, including the long weekend. It's worth 50 points, or 2 full weeks of STEMs. You're going to explore the quote-unquote criminals or suspected criminals against your own health, relationships, financial security, debt, politics, faith, whatever you want that's meaningful and relevant to you right now. You'll ask a research question, fill your research document with notes, and then you will reveal your findings to all of us. Once you declare your topic, you're going to be put in a team with other people who have similar ideas to yours. And that small group is going to be where you discuss some of your findings along the way. It might just be one other person. It might be you and me talking about your topic if nobody else had something similar. And at the end of the project, you're going to present to that small group. Again, you might just be presenting to one other person. You can always opt to just present to me or to another teacher. But if you choose that option, you'll have to write up a quick little abstract about what your thing is, because we want to incentivize you to present to somebody else too, not just your teacher. Here are the steps. You're going to choose an area in which to investigate, and that you're going to add to your research note stock, and then on Wednesday, you're going to add it to our public domain topic list. Then you'll ask a central question about that topic. Here are some examples. I'm hopeful the examples help you see just how relevant we want this to be to your life. I don't necessarily want you to pick a research topic about, for example, your favorite animal. It's fine, and maybe you've done research projects in the past where you were researching something you kind of liked. We want this research project to be very relevant to something that's immediately going to impact your life. You'll then read 5 sources that matter to your topic, and you'll add those to your research Google Doc. Eventually, in the next 2 weeks, next to each source, you're going to write out data you find, the claims they're making, the bias you perceive from each source, and then lastly, you'll find different claims to make your own conclusion. What do you think you should do? Or what do you think the investigation has shown you? That will be your conclusion. With your conclusion in mind, you'll prepare your presentation. How do you present? No slideshows. We don't want Google slideshows. We want you to choose something else. Here are 5 options, with this last option to choose something of your own design. Maybe you want to lead a class discussion. Maybe you want to do something else completely. If that's the case, then let us know and we can help you with the rubric. Otherwise, we want you to pick one of these. Either, if you're going to college, you're going to do an annotated bibliography, annotated list of sources, or a 3-page research paper. If you're college bound, we really recommend those. You're going to have to do those in college, and you won't necessarily get instruction. So it's important that you take this opportunity to do it while you get instruction along the way. But if that doesn't apply to you, you can send in a recording of your findings. You can do a talk show format where you interview people with video. Or you can do a graphic representation, maybe art or comic book explaining what you're finding from these sources. Each of these things links out to a rubric with really specific steps. And so if you know which one you want to do already, you can look into the rubric and see, how am I going to go about creating this presentation? Presentations will happen the week of November 4th. So with that in mind, let's go back to our slideshow. You've got these initial things that you're thinking about for your assignment. We're going to show you one sample quickly. For example, say you're interested in video games and whether or not they cause violence. It's immediately relevant to you because you love video games and people tell you it's causing violence in your mind and you want to know if that's true or not. So you can make this your topic. Maybe your topic is video games and your question is, do video games cause violence in kids? You'll open up your research notes document through Schoology and you'll begin collecting your sources. I have a couple sources here that contradict each other, and I'm going to begin looking for more sources that matter to that as well. When you're ready, you can open up your research notes doc in Schoology and you'll start to collect your sources and thoughts there. Today's STEM, unrelated to this, is going to be people research things that matter to them. So at this moment, you could pause with the research, hop over to your big Google Doc, and complete these sentence stems. Today is Monday. We'd like you to choose a topic by Wednesday. So you have a couple of days to think about what's interesting to you and what you could find that matters to you. If you have any questions, please let us know. We look forward to seeing what sorts of things you want to research.